Congressman Tevez, ang sinabi po ng DOJ at there were two options, deportation and extradition. Obviously, the DOJ went with the extradition, which is a judicial process, but ultimately we relied on the deportation, which is an executive function of the Timor-Leste's executive department. Sir, na-inform po ba kayo, bukod po dun sa pag-uusap ni President Marcos and nito pong leaders po ng Timor-Leste, what triggered po itong decision ng executive department ng Timor-Leste to finally go with the extradition, with the deportation process? Sir?
Yes, sa pakikipag-usap nga ng ating presidente, Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, sa presidente ng Timor-Leste, na pag-isip-isip nila na oo nga, si Congressman Tevez has been staying in the their country for 2 years na undocumented. So, tapos, na-realize din siguro nila that Congressman Tevez is facing several crimes before our court here. Kaya sinabi nila yung gravity ng offense considered, kinonsider nila na threat na sa kanilang security si Congressman Tevez. So, that is the reason why they decided finally to try.
For the past 2 years, correct me if I'm wrong, ma'am, pero dalawang taon na po yung binigkikita personally ni former Congressman R. Tevez. Now that he's here, and sinabi po na kami na he's able to now face the charges wrap up against him. What are your thoughts to some other to Tevez po? Ganun po ba?
First, I really would like to thank Director Santiago and the whole NBI group here. Talagang. And yeah, I would also like to thank the people who have been supporting us with their prayers. Thank you.
Bilhin niyo na lang po sa kanya, ma'am. Bilhin niyo po. Bilhin niyo po sa kanya.
Ang feeling ko talaga sa kanya is parating manalangin. They will be done. Alam na yun.
Thank you very much po.
Thank you, Madam.
Good morning po, Isa Cotoner.
Sa Bucor, at the same time, lalakad na ang aking mga tao, i-return yung warrant with the certificate that Congressman Tevez is now in our custody. So the courts now will set the arraignment of Congressman Tevez.